So risk tolerance is the degree of variability in investment returns that an investor is willing to withstand. So it's an important component in investing, and you should have a realistic understanding of your ability and willingness to stomach large swings in the value of your investments. Here to talk about risk tolerance is my guest, Garret Ward in Salt Lake City, Utah. So Garret, thanks for joining us today. Let's begin by talking about how you establish your risk tolerance.
Yeah, great question, Scott. You know, it really comes down to that individual and what they're willing to take. A lot of people say the younger you are, the more risk you take, the older you are, be more conservative. That's not always the case, and it comes down to really getting to know that individual. And a lot of times I tell clients, you want to have a foundation that maybe can't be lost in the beginning. Maybe we're even a little less risky, some would say, early on. But the roles reversed, and it really comes down to that individual and getting a feel for them and what they can handle.
Garret, can you explain how someone's risk tolerance might actually change as they get closer to retirement?
As you get closer, obviously people think, oh, I want to take less risk, because it all comes down to timing. I mean, we all remember 2008, and I had clients that were so close to retiring, they then couldn't because they needed to take it out. So it depends on your situation and income and so forth, but we definitely want to be planning and getting together, or you want to plan and figure out what your needs are for next year, not just now.
So finally, Garret, considering the current bond market, is that rule of 100 calculation used to establish risk tolerance, is that still viable?
I haven't really talked to my clients so much about that lately, because things are changing. People are living longer, we're needing more income. The bond markets aren't keeping up like they used to. So it is a factor that we want to take into consideration, but it's not one that I think we live our lives around anymore, that, I'm 60-year-old, I need 40% in bonds, 60 in stocks. It really takes on figuring out that it comes down to individual situations. And that's maybe the gist of what I'm getting at, is each person is different. It takes a good planner to figure out where you need to be, and meeting often too.
Great, Garret. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
My guest has been Garret Ward in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Retirement News Online.